Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, the car that I have for you is one of the most popular two-door convertible electric vehicle of our country. This is the all-new MG Cyberstar, and today I'm going to show you and talk about all you need to know about the MG Cyberstar and the company. So let's start this full in-depth review with some of the history. MG is actually a British manufacturer, but later on in the years, a Chinese owner bought the company, but it still holds the British heritage on its top. The company started in 1924. That's why you can see around the car, it says this is the 100th anniversary. Actually 101 years, because it's 2025. But let's actually come to the MG Cyberstar. Everybody knows that MG is known for their two-door convertibles, because everybody bought MGs because it was fun to drive, it had very good road presence and looked very nice. But overall in the years, a lot of people didn't buy two-door convertibles. People went through SUVs, minivans and other vehicles. So MG slightly changed their designs to the SUV platform. But after, when they came back to the position they were before, they brought the convertible back. So this is the all new MG convertible that's back after almost like how much, like 50 to 60 years. But finally MG built something, and I don't know how, but this car doesn't look like it's a Chinese manufacturer. It is a British manufacturer, it's just built in China. That's the difference. So let's talk about the MG Cyberstar from the front. Let me show you guys the key, and then I'll show you the entire front fascia. So let's show you the key first. So the key is actually very nice because it actually looks like a specific MG vehicle. So you have the MG logo on the top, that is for your lock and unlock. You can open both of the doors from the key. You have the boot opener, and this is for your panic button. The key feels very premium, but if you look at the back, it says MG and it says the roaring raindrop. And you can see it actually has that specific vehicle design on the back. And then if you press this, you have the emergency key, or if your car battery runs out, you have an actual key to open this up. Let's show you the front fascia first. I'm going to get inside, turn on these lights. These lights are actually not as simple as you think, because it's actually complex from the car's inside. So if we open the door, like you can see, the MG Cyberstar was really popular and is really popular because of the very nice scissor doors. So if we get inside, so this is with the full lights, this is with the hazard, and this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now let's come outside to show you guys the rest of the car. So if you come closer to the lights, if you look at from like a very straightish angle, the lights are very nice because you have the projector set up in the middle, you have the DRL / the hazards on the side, so it kind of looks like an actual eye. And overall, with the black inserts inside, it makes it look much more aggressive. If you come below the headlights, this is actually a functional vent to take air from the front and then get it out from the wheels. So it can do two stuff. First of all, it's good for aerodynamics. Second, it can cool your car's brake calipers. You have the front towing hook socket here, you have parking sensors at the front, you have extenders, and a lot of cars look boring from the front end or the side. But how to not make a car look boring? To add more fenders, more aggressiveness, and adding a two-tone colorish. Because you guys can see all around the car, this is a very nice yellow color, but it has black accents all around. And the front of the car, if you didn't have a front number plate socket, it looked like the car was smiling. Overall, I just really like how the MG Cyberstar looks. You have the MG logo at the front, and you actually have a front hood, but I'm going to show you that when I talk about the car's powertrain. It's an electric car, but you don't have a storage area at the front, it's only at the back. Now, let me show you the car's side profile. But before that, let's just quickly talk about the windshield wipers, because it's rain sensing, and it's actually very nicely hidden under the hood. Overall, a very nice in-depth design. You can see there is a front camera located there that helps you with two things. First of all, it helps you with the lane keep assist, it helps you with the lane departure assist, and it helps you with the automatic braking assist. The automatic braking assist is also integrated with the front parking sensors. Now, let me show you the car's side profile. So now we are at the side profile of the MG Cyberstar. But before we get to the car's side profile, let's actually talk about a bit of history. So MG is actually the short form of the company's name. The actual form is Moritz Garage. MG is a British manufacturer that has been with us more than 100 years, 101 years to be exact. At 1924, the company started. MG always built cars like this, fun to drive, convertible, and always the most nicest looking. But in the middle, when the company was in crisis, because I think a lot of British companies are in crisis and were in crisis at the time, like Jaguar and other manufacturer. But when they were in crisis, they sold their company to a Chinese man, a Chinese company. So when Chinese people took over, they thought about making money because that's the only thing they think about. So the Chinese people stopped making these convertibles. They went to SUVs. That's why you have the MG SUVs and other compact electric vehicles like the MG5. That's a compact electric hatchback. But when the company came back to a position where they can build cars like this again, they took that opportunity because the British heritage is always over their head. Nothing can prove that MG isn't a real British manufacturer. It is owned by China, but it will always be a British manufacturer in our eyes. So finally, when MG built a car like they used to before, this is when they came out. 2023, the MG Cyberstar came out. The entire world was shocked because of the scissor doors, and it's powered, because of the powertrain with so much boost, because the 0 to 60 on this car is around, it's pretty much under 5 seconds. And overall, this is probably the nicest convertible that's electric that I saw. Like, this is compared to the Aston Martin Vantage 2 in terms of power and in terms of looks, but this is way less expensive than the Aston Martin Vantage. Another cool feature about this car is the soft top actually only takes 10 seconds to close and open, and you can do that either when the car is parked or up till the car is at 40 kilometers per hour. Let's go to the car's side profile. The doors are probably the nicest, and I don't know why, but this color combination with this yellow and the white interior, it's just something else. Let's come to the car's wheel. The design is very nice. The car comes with Pirelli P04S tires. That's like performance tires, if you get it. You have 6-piston Brembo brakes, and it's in red. It says MG and Brembo because you have a lot of power. But if you don't have the braking power, there's no point. Like, you're not going to stop. You're just going to go and then get to someplace you don't want to. It's nice how the bolts are actually covered with this MG plaque. These black wheels look nice, but I think MG Bangladesh actually have two different type of rims that they brought to Bangladesh. I think one is this and one has like a more chromish accent, but all of the spec that they had is incredible. Like, I don't know who spec'd the vehicles, but whoever did, he actually has good taste. Overall, if you come to the car's suspension, you have adaptive suspension at the front and at the back, and it is individual, so it can configure on which driving mode you are. That improves the car's handling and improves the riding quality. If we get a little bit behind that, you have another, like a side grillish thing here that's in black. It actually matches with a lot of the car's exterior. But if we come below that, you have the car's side skirt that also is in black, but you have this yellow line on the bottom. I just really like how this car is designed, but it's just in-depthly designed, if I can, tell you how it looks. The exterior mirror isn't body colored. You have the side hazard light, and you have the camera here for the 360-degree camera. You have a bit of a hole here, and this is actually a sensor, because when you open the door, how is the car supposed to know if it's not going to hit anything? So if I press the door now, it's not going to open because it's going to detect me standing here. And you also have like a fingerprint scanner there for your other stuff. The doors are pretty nice, and one more cool feature is both sides there's buttons. It's on the key and it's on the inside, and this black panel from the A pillar, it all the way goes till the back, so the back doesn't look pretty boring. So if you press this, the power doors open up, and it actually, like, that's it. It's, in my opinion, it's just very satisfying how it opens up and closes. And obviously it's not going to break down on you because it's a pretty nice reliable vehicle. But if we come here, like I mentioned, the 100th anniversary badge is right here. That's a good touch to the car, so people can actually know the heritage. You have a slight opening here for aerodynamic efficiency. If we come to the back, the rear wheels are like really nice. Why? Because it's like the fitment on this car, like no car gets good fitment from the factory. But I don't know why, but the fitment on this car is actually not bad. The rear wheels are purely 4S tires as well. The rears are 275, 35 are 20s. You have a bit smaller brakes at the back, but you have the same individual suspension. Overall, it's pretty nice. You have a limited slip differential too to control all that power. Let me tell you this quickly. If you put the car on Sports or Sports Plus, that's the only time the car is all-wheel drive. Other than the car is always rear-wheel drive. I will talk about the battery and the car's motor in a bit, but let's actually finish off with the car's side profile. It's pretty much nice around. The car's charging socket is actually on the other side. I will show you, but let's quickly close the roof and open the roof so you guys can see actually how much time it takes. Because when I said it only takes 10 seconds, it actually does. Sorry, not 10 seconds, like 10 minutes. So if you want to close the top, you just press this button, it comes up. With this yellow exterior, the black roof actually looks really nice. Well, there you go. It's not closed yet because when the windows go up, that's when you know it's closed. And for opening it back up, I just have to pull this button again and it's going to slowly open up. It's actually a very fast one because I did drive the Bentley Continental GTC, and on that car the roof isn't as fast as it's in this. But now we're pretty much done with the side profile. Let me show you the car's rear. So the rear of the car, I don't know why, the more I look at this car, the more I fall in love with it. The design, the powertrain, the everything. This is such a nice car. And if you look at the price point, it's actually not that much. But let's come to the price at the end. I will tell you the price, but let's finish with the rear. You guys can see, let's start from the bottom. It has a very nice diffuser. It has the yellow straight linings, and it's very nice how the car has two-tone colors all around. The rear number plate slot is there with two of the number plate slot lights. You have parking sensors at the back. Everything's nice. You have the reverse camera and, the reverse light placed on the bottom. It kind of looks like a F1 light, but the reverse camera is actually on the top, and you have that black button for opening your boot. It says Cyberstar on the top, and just look at the OLED light. It starts from here all the way, goes till there, but the controversial part is the arrows. The arrows are actually it takes a bit of a time to grow on you, but it actually looks nice. And if you turn on the hazard, it actually extends to the side. You have the upper stop brake light located here, and you have the MG logo placed there. If we press this button, you can open the car's boot, and the storage area on this car is not bad. It's 225 liters. If you come closer, you have the car's some stuff. So this comes with the car, but this is what we need. This is the charger. So if we open this up, this is the car's normal AC charger, and it kind of takes like overnight to charge this vehicle with this charger. When we got to the charger, let's actually come to the car's charging socket, because storage area is pretty good, but let's come underneath, because if you go underneath, you have the car's tire repair kit and the emergency triangle. It's pretty nice how everything is. Let's close the car's boot because we are pretty much done. Let's come to the car's charging socket, because this is where the most important part actually comes to. If we press this, there it opens up. If you have a DC charger at home, why not? Just open this and it's going to charge way faster. But if you don't, and if you're like us, you can obviously use the charger that you get free with the car. Overall, it's pretty nice, it's pretty good, and this is probably the nicest designed car that MG has in their fleet. Now, let me show you the car's powertrain, and we will get inside the interior. Now let's talk about the car's powertrain. I know a lot of people have this question in mind when they see an electric vehicle, is if you have storage at the front or if you can see the car's motor. Before I open that, this car has a nice feature. So if you pull the thing twice, it just opens up the car's frunk. So if we just get that up real quick, and the hydraulic struts are going to pick that up. Let's talk about the car's powertrain. The MG Cyberstar is a fully electric vehicle, and it is a very compact-ish electric vehicle. Why do I say compact? Because it's a roadster. Whatever happens, a roadster takes more room than a coupe because it has the mechanism for the soft top or the hard top, depending on what car you get. Let's talk about the powertrain now. The MG Cyberstar gets a 77 kilowatt hour battery, and it has 2 electric motors. One is at the front, one is at the back. I can actually show you the front a bit because there's 2 sections. It's really nice how the thing is covered because this car kind of looks like a proper German car because of the build quality and everything. If I just get this up, you can kind of see the front motor from here, but that's not why I opened this section up. You actually have the holder for the car's front windshield wiper washer, fluid. If we close that, that's pretty much it. And if you come to the other side, but before that it says Cyberstar in the middle. If you come to the other side, and if we open this, you have the car's radiator fluid and other different stuff over here. There we go. But now let's come to the car's power output and other stuff. So the MG Cyberstar produces 510 horsepower and 725 Newton meters of torque. That's more, if I have to compare this to a car, that's actually more torque than a Lamborghini Aventador. Like if you compare a naturally aspirated V12 to a 77 kilowatt hour battery car, it's actually pretty nice. 725 Newton meters of torque isn't for Bangladesh. But the 0 to 60 on the MG Cyberstar is 3.2 seconds. But a few days ago, Shell organized the drag race in Bangladesh, and this car was tested there, and MG Bangladesh got their time of 3.52 seconds. You have to understand, a race car driver didn't do the test. It was just a fun little drag race, a little bit of fun with the all-new Cyberstar, but it's a really good time. But the 3.2 second is actually legit. It depends on the road, the weather, the tire warmness. It's a lot of things. But anyways, like 725 Newton meters of torque, there's nowhere to drive this car in Bangladesh. So if you drive this car, and if you drive it fast, you gotta be extra careful. You have insulation on the top. It's pretty nice. If you guys come closer, you guys can see the car's front struts. A lot of people can be, the struts are always here. Why is it there? The reason of its being there and being a little curved is for having a more aggressive ride, because when the car's front struts are like this instead of straight, it makes the car much more stiffer, much more better when it comes to cornering and handling. So overall, it's a pretty nice, quick design that they made. If you close the car's front hood, that we are done. I forgot to show you one thing, but the hood actually has like a bit of a really cool design because it looks like the front has the straight nose and then it has like the cider bodies. The fenders are nice. Overall, this is one of the nicest designed car I have ever seen. Let me show you the car's interior now. Now we're at the inside of the MG Cyberstar. Wherever I touch, it feels expensive. The entire dashboard of the car, it's in leather. You have very nice stitching. You have the airbag here with your AC vents. So you have one AC vent here, your airbag written right there, and you have the other AC vent here. Even the bottom, like this is soft touch material. It's not even plastic. If I open this, you have a pretty nice storage area. This is completely, it's expensive. I get it. Now if you come to the car's seats, the seats are, it kind of is like a buckety-ish sports seats, but this is actually more like a Grand Tourer than an actual sports car. The headrests are very nice. You have this two-tone design. You have like suede leather at the middle, and then you have the very nice bolsters in actual leather. The seats are powerly controlled, but it's on the door, so it's very hard to show that. So if you just look at the door, you can see you have memory seats on the passenger and the driver, and it's powerly controllable. It's very nice how everything is on this car. Even the vanity mirrors of this car have suede leather over it, and if you just get this up, there's your vanity mirror. And the overall headliner and everything is suede. You have your lights here, you have the rear view mirror. Overall, it's nice. But now let's come to the car's storage cubbies and all of your different stuff. You have a bit of room here with a USB and a USB-C type, I think for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you have a very nice trim here. If you press this, you have the car's cup holders. Let me just get the key out. You can use the cup holders. If you don't need it, just press these buttons and the cup holders come back to normal position. And the nicest thing that this car has is this phone holder, because you can easily and it fits like probably a lot of phones. And you have the main functional buttons here, and those are for the doors. So if I just open this one up, the driver's side door will powerly open, and if I want to close it, I can do it from here. And if I want to close that one, I can do that from here as well, because that's going to be pretty much it from that side. Now let's talk about the driver's side, where this car is more focused. So if you look at the car's steering wheel, it actually looks very aggressive and sporty. It's fully leather strapped and the controls are here. It's manually tilt and telescopic, so you can adjust however you want. But what's the coolest part is, look at these buttons. Like, these feel really expensive and it's very nice to use overall. So this is actually for the car's adaptive braking assist. So it comes at the central display that how many car it's going to have in terms of length. And then if you look at this, this is actually for the other side. You have some shortcut buttons here and here. This is, if you press this, you can look at the car's release active ACC, and this is the nice button because it's red, and if you press this, the car goes to Super Sport. And Super Sport is always nice because it's the most aggressive driving mode you can have. You have this face scanner here, so I think this is for your adaptive guidelines and stuff, and this actually has a warning issue because if you fall asleep, I think that actually monitors your eyes or something. This car doesn't have a transmission, so it doesn't have like paddle shifter. This is for keeping your energy levels back to like normal, so it's not going to put down all the power. And then over here, if you press this, you can look at the car's different driving modes. You have custom, you have comfort, you have sport, and then you have the Super Sport. It's pretty nice how everything is. You have the car's high beam and hazards over this side, and then you have the car's windshield wiper controls over that side. Now let's come to the car's centered display. Overall, it's nice in my opinion. I won't say it's the last thing I want to have in a car. Over here you have the MG Cyberster, and the actual animation is actually nice. You have the car's battery percentage, and it actually shows it here with the percentage and how much kilometer the car has. Over here you can see, you can wonder like what's 1, 2, 3. I can change that with the specific button, so 1, 2, and 3, or just auto. So I'm going to put it back to 1. And then you have your RPM in the middle. It's not actual RPM, that's a power meter. So it kind of, shifts and nice and overall. And then it says power at the middle. You have your parking brake sign and all of your different warnings. It shows you which gear you're in and the speed limit monitor. And over this side, it shows you the warning that the car's door is open. It's overall nice how everything is. But if we go back to the normal modes just have this screen, custom. But if I want to change it up, it doesn't really change a bit, but if I change the car's different gears and stuff, it kind of does what it has to. Now let's come to the screens that are beside it. Let's come to the one at the right first. This actually contains a lot of information. So this is vehicle to load. Please plug in the distance to connect. So if you want, the car is at 50% now, and it's giving out 58% to be actual, and it's giving out a range of 160 kilometers. And overall, if you want the car to hold its charge at 50%, it can actually do that. So you can plug it at 50%. So it's going to hold a specific charge for you to plug it in. Next, if you go on charging, it's going to show you the charge limit, how much kilometers you're going to get. Like if it's 100%, it's 300 kilometers. This is your energy consumption. So this car has been driven much, so it's like 0, and this is like this charge. It's pretty nice how everything is. After that, we can go to the car's weather, and then it says MG here. This actually locates the closest showroom, but in Bangladesh the GPS doesn't work. Instead, you have to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Then you can make your own profile and then have your own email and stuff. And this is the wheel that I like the most. And MG Bangladesh actually has a specific wheel and car like this. And then the last bit is pretty much nothing. Like, it's just the settings, the most boringest part. But if we get this down, you can control the brightness, the volume, the phone volume, navigation volume, and connect all of your different stuff. The other screen is nice. You have your phone history, so you have your call history, contacts, and keyboard. Otherwise, you have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Both have to be wired. And then if you go here, you can connect your Bluetooth or just have your navigation. Pretty simple, isn't it? Now let's come to the car's center panel, because there is one more screen. So if we come a bit down, you have an AC vent here. First of all, you have this nice surrounding all the way to the side, but this is for your rear windshield heater, your front windshield heater, your wind speed, and your hazards button, and for the climate. And if you press this, the car's 360-degree camera turns on over this side, so you can have it in a 2D form. So this is front, This is back, this is both of the sides. Or you can have it in a 3D form and you can actually kind of see the car. Let's see. So if you press on the brake or hazard, it actually does the animation. And it's the pretty much same as the front, like with the high beams and stuff. And it kind of says the door is open and everything. It's nice. It's like the stuff like this that makes you like fall in love with the cars. But you have the gear knob here. It's pretty nice. You have your drive, neutral, reverse, and your park. It's like a futuristic design, and you have like side pockets on both of the sides. So if you want to use that, you obviously can. You have the climate and everything fully digitally controlled here. So you can control your wind speed and your 2-zone climate control with your seat heaters and steering heater. And then if you go to the car settings, you can control the ambient lighting colors. You have a lot of different colors, and you can control the brightness and everything. And you can choose everything, like when you come to the car, if it's going to welcome you or if it's just going to have the standard settings. Then if you go to the cluster, you can actually change the design. So if you come back to the cluster, you have 2 types of design. So now you have the classic, and then if you go to the sport, that's just the sport. But instead of the sport, I think the classic's the better option. And you can like choose whatever like things you want to be over there. Then you have the MG Pilot. This is like your individual settings or for your safety meters if you want to turn those on or turn those off. And then you have your door locks and stuff, like how much you want the doors to open, like 100% or like 50%, like it depends on you. And then if you go to the next section, you have the status. Pretty cool, pretty nice. And you can actually turn on the rear fog light from here. These are the buttons for closing the doors. This is the button for closing the roof. Now let me show you the car's door. You have your AC vent here, then you have the car's parking brake, then this is for the front hood opener, and it says 2x, so you have to pull it twice. This is your headlight leveler, so you can actually adjust how you want the headlight, so it's not always on the bottom. You have your brake pedal, gas pedal here, and then you have a dead pedal all the way to the back. It's pretty nice. Now let's come to the door. This car gets the Bose audio system, so it's very like fancy-ish, and this is actually like real metal. And then if you go up, you have the car's seat controls with your memory seats and your lock and unlock and the ambient lighting strip that all the way goes up. It's really cool how you have the leather and the sweat leather on the top. You have the buttons for closing the door and opening the door there, because when you exit the vehicle, that's where you press. So why are these buttons here? If you just press this, that's how you can close the door while standing up. This is pretty much for the review of the all-new MG Cyberstar. If you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to MG Bangladesh for providing the MG Cyberstar to me. I'm going to put their Facebook page and all of their social medias at the description. And thanks to Mashir Uncle and all of the departments in the dealership for providing me with their 100%. If you like this car, if you want to buy it, how do you contact them? Their links are at the description, or their phone numbers are, if you want to contact them with that. And if you want to know more about this car, like the price, the warranty, it's obviously going to be in the description with the warranty. If you want to know the price, I will suggest you call them, come to the MG showroom, look at the car, and then you can get to know the car's price. Before we end the video, I didn't show you one feature. You can actually open the car's doors with the car's key. So if you just press these buttons, and you can actually close the doors with the key as well. And this is actually a handy dandy feature because you don't have to go to the car all the time to close the car's doors. Until then, I'll see you next time. Have a nice one.